What's good? I am using my visor to hold my little light because it's night, but I was just smoking some weed and pontificating about the nature of reality and figured I might try to make a different than usual video. Normally I'm diatribing about some political or social nonsense. However, I do like to think about other things. I do often say the meme that's like Socrates and a bunch of other Greek guys in togas with the text that says, "Me and the boys thinking about thinking." That's what I love to do. And so while I was just smoking some weed, killing some time before I get some food, I was thinking about the concept of time. And it's really fun and catchy for people to be like, time isn't real, and all of that other stuff, right? And I like to entertain those thoughts, but I have my own sort of interpretation of what time is. I know there's technically some isotope that has a half-life that gives us what 1 second is, and then we used that to map a day, and then a week, and then a month, and a year, all relative to how we travel around the sun. But beyond that, so in other galaxies, what is time? I'm going to pause real quick. In galaxies that don't use our sun as a referential system and don't really care about the particular isotope half-life that we selected to measure time. Beyond that, I think about time travel and how I don't think time travel is real in the way that the movies depict it, because they always depict it as you're going back to a certain year at a certain time. But beyond just measuring a day, time cannot be separated from space or matter. And so when we talk about time travel, we should be talking about space-time travel. Because at this very instant, and then this instant, and that instant, all of the atoms, all of the subatomic particles, quarks, gluons, muons, etc., even lower, I'm sure there are beyond that, they're all arranged for a particular moment in a specific fashion. But because the universe is always in motion, trying to take a snapshot in time of a moving mechanism, let alone trying to reorganize all of matter back to a specific state, is beyond comprehensible in terms of the amount of energy it would take, right? It would take more energy that exists within the universe to, first be able to map where everything in space and time is at a given moment, and then somehow move all of matter back to that point in space-time. I'm specific in that I'm saying space-time. So right now, I've already said that all matter can be accounted for in a specific place. I'm going to pause. Okay. I remembered the next direction I wanted to try to go. I had to try to smoke the rest of this joint real quick. As I was saying that, it was 4:20 on the counter. That was awesome. That was funny. Little synchronicity. This is a random fucking video, but the quantum nature of reality complicates that even further. Quantum being, like, we could say probabilistic nature of reality. Just because we have this atom or this subatomic particle moving at this point, we don't know with confidence where it's going to go next, essentially, right? Quantum physics, I'm going to pause again. Quantum physics gives rise to this concept, superposition, where one thing can be in two places at the same time, right? And then you can have instantaneous transmission of data literally across the universe. I like to bring that into this because when I think about the universe as an entire entity, we could call it the source, we could call it the Tao. I believe the universe in itself is a conscious thing. We are all part of the universe, so that concept of non-duality. We aren't separated from the universe. We have these illusions of separation that enable experience. So we need these fake boundaries in order to actualize the objective of experience. Because if there was no separation, there would be no lack of experience. And I'm rambling. I'm going to pause one more time. I'm almost done. How do you experience yourself, right? How does the universe experience itself and all of the infinite quantum possibilities? Well, it has to create partitions to play games. That's what we are. And so, while, yes, we should... I'm going to pause again, I'm sorry. The data we experience is simultaneously being sent to the universe, or the universe is simultaneously experiencing it. And so superposition is occurring within the fake boundaries of molecular structures to allow for interaction, to allow for creativity. And our existence being enabled by quantum superposition and connection to the universe is, I believe, the nature of our reality. I just said a lot of fucking random shit. It was supposed to be about time, and then it kind of morphed into the universe. But time is infinite. The universe cycles, I believe. There's a whole cosmology. Concentric, conformal, or conformal concentric cosmology. It says the universe is constantly expanding and then collapsing onto itself, and then expanding and collapsing onto itself again, and it just does this. It cycles eternally. And then each cycle is called an aeon. Doesn't really matter, but I like that because it enables things like reincarnation, which I think are real. But then there's still debate on when the aeons flip or the cycle starts over again. Where does the data from the last cycle go? Is it entirely lost? Is it partially lost? Is it stored? Man, this is the kind of shit when I talk about that I wish this was the shit we were talking about as a society instead of fucking the culture war nonsense. Oof, sorry, it's getting cold and I'm hungry. I'm going to end the video there. A little bit different, but I wanted to throw it out there. Much love.